Hey guys, how are you doing? It has been a while since we have talked about books, so stick around if you're interested. Hey there, thanks for watching. It's Annalise again, back with some awesome books that I read, and I just really wanted to talk to you about the Earth and Sky series by Rebecca Roanhorse. It is such an amazing series. The first installment was Black Sun, which was released a couple of years ago. There were so many positive reviews on it, so I definitely took a look at it and I read it, and the second installment has come out. So if you like to hear about books and content and just things of that nature, go ahead and take a moment to hit the like button and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Alright, let's dive in. And so I think most of you have probably already picked up Black Sun, have read it if you're already a fan of this series. I am late to the party, but I am not late to the party regarding the second one. So let's talk about how I felt about the first book versus the second book. Black Sun is the first book in Between Earth and Sky series by Rebecca Roanhorse, and it is basically the book that kind of sets the tone for everything that is going on. Book 1 talks about the rebirth of a god that is to occur at the convergence. So in this book, you're seeing several different characters that are from different parts of the Meridian, which is the continent where our story takes place. There are several different nations, tribes that have come together and have formed a large treaty. And as with any place, there is a class system with those who are from Sky Maid clans on the top and those who are from the Earth Maid clans that are basically nothing and looked down upon. In the first book, there are several different points of view, which at first kind of took a while to get used to, but as you kind of get through the book, you start to develop a sort of relationship with each character. Although in the beginning, there's so many different types of people from each part of the continent, I have to say I did get a little confused and it took a while for me to remember who was who, but once I got that down, it was great. The first book in the installment wasn't really my favorite. I honestly stuck with it because there were so many positive reviews from everyone else, but in all honesty, the second book I absolutely adore. So Fevered Star, we're back in the Meridian. We're back to seeing the development of all the different characters that we saw in the first book. And this book I actually really enjoyed a lot better, maybe because the foundations were set in the first book, and then some of the characters that were not previously expounded upon or seemed like, you know, insignificant people in the first book actually became very significant, and they came to the forefront in Fevered Star, whereas in Black Sun they were hidden. So I really enjoyed that, and I liked to see how the different moving pieces were coming together. Of course, politics pushes religion, and so the emergence of the new god has helped to some political groups that are vying for power. So that was a really good book. I cannot wait to read the third one, and I hope we don't have to wait years and years and years. I did read in the acknowledgements that this book was very difficult for Rebecca to write, and I just want to put it out there. She did a good job. I may not have a very popular opinion, but that is my sincere opinion. I loved the second book so much better than the first one, even though both of them were very good. But to me, the second book, it really so far has taken the cake. The second author that I've really come to enjoy in the last, I don't know, 2 months is Farrah Rochon. She is a romance author, and apparently she's written so many books, and my first encounter with her was the book called The Boyfriend Project. It is such an amazing book. I really enjoyed it. The pacing was perfect. It wasn't too slow. It wasn't too mushy, but it just had enough spice to make it just right, to keep the flavor perfect. So definitely check that out. One of the things that I really loved about the characters in The Boyfriend Project was that the woman is definitely a boss woman. She's a genius in a male-dominated field. So I really love that. It talks about the different challenges she faced, the teamwork issues that they had, and then how others who were in the field tried to kind of usurp your position. I really enjoyed that, and I really liked the kind of forbidden office romance because, you know, everyone knows that you don't really want to have your relationships where you work, because if they end, it's not great, kind of messy. But in that book, it kind of touched on that, and so it just was really, really well put together. I loved it. The second book in the series is called The Dating Playbook, and so I'm currently reading that now, and it is one of the books that I got on one of those random Amazon sales. So like, I did a video on different books that I found for like $3, $2, you know, very inexpensive prices where the regular prices are usually $10, $15, or $20. And so I did find that book on one of the sales. I was super excited, and I know there is a third installment coming up this fall. And I'm not gonna give the date because, you know, they always change the date. Waiting for it is such a pain. It's like they're playing with my emotions, right? So anyway, these are some of the books that I read and would highly recommend for you guys to check out, especially if you love romance. And then the first book was kind of like a fantasy, series with a little bit of magic. It is all inclusive, so you're gonna see different relationships between different people, different sexual orientations, and it is very all-inclusive. We can give that shout out to Rebecca for definitely including all the different groups. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Happy reading.